Our menu for today's lunch, that is day 3, is okra soup with millet swallow. Yeah. Okay. So, but before I get started, I have to quickly wash my hands. Alright, so for my menu for the okra soup with millet swallow, I have here spinach. You can use any vegetable of your choice, but I prefer spinach. I'm using spinach. I have here locust beans, okay, which we in Nigeria call it the Igbo, the Yorubas call it the Iru. They call it Iru, mostly used by the Westerners. They call it Iru. There are different types of eggs. Then I have here with me mushroom. This organic mushroom. I'll be substituting for meat or chicken. So I'm not using any chicken. I'm using mushroom because we are all doing plant-based diets. And here with me, I have my fresh okra. Fresh okra. You see that? That is what I'll be using because our menu for lunch for today is okra soup with millet swallow. And here I have my ginger, okay, I have my garlic, and also have my onions, okay. Then here I have my red scotch bonnets, locally called atarudo red scotch bonnets. And here I have my sea salt to taste. Like I said, no MSG, no oil. Okay, no artificial condiments. All we are using here is all plant-based ingredients. And here is my grounded millet. And this is the raw one. The raw millet, that is what we are going to be using for our swallow. But this is the grounded one. I'm going to show you how I achieved this finished product. Okay, so I'm going to blend this raw millet, so that I can see how I'll get that. Okay, so that is that. So again, I'll be cooking this amazing menu. Okay, that is okra vegetable soup with millet swallow with this our wonderful salad master cooking, healthy cooking system. This is our 4-quart mini brush. Okay, that is what I'll be using for the okra soup. And here with me, I'll be using the Salad Master Healthy Cooking System called the 9-inch skillets. 9-inch skillets. Okay, that is what I'll be using to make my millet swallow. And you see how that made a Salad Master Healthy Cooking System. Quickly, so the first thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to blend my red scotch bonnets. Yeah, I'm going to blend that. I'll put that in the blender. I'll be using blender to blend this red scotch bonnet. And this food I'm making is a menu for just 3 people. Okay, that's why I have smaller ingredients here that very small quantity. If you are making for a high quantity of people, then you have to increase the recipes. Alright? Okay. And I don't like my food being too spicy, so I'm just going to use 6 of that red scotch bonnet. Okay, 6 of the red scotch bonnet. If you are the one that likes spicy food, you can also add the red bell pepper, red chili in there. But I felt that it's going to be too spicy, so I'm not even adding any of that. This red scotch bonnet is enough for me. So the next one I'm going to be adding in there is my ginger. This is my ginger. If you take a look at this ginger, you see that the skin is still on, it's not peeled. Because in Salad Master, we do not peel anything backwards. Yeah, anything backwards like ginger, like what I'm having here. Beetroot, carrots, yam, sweet potatoes, and cocoyam, and the like. So is to get a vegetable brush such as this, and wash it under a running water. Wash it thoroughly until all the dirt and sand, is out. So you wash it thoroughly to get rid of all the dirt and sand. You can see that. So I'm just going to quickly shred this. I'll be using the smallest of the Salad Master cone. That is cone number 1. Okay, this is the shredder which we use to shred tiny things. If you want your fruits or your veggies in a tiny shape, Okay, very tiny, small shape. You have to use cone number 1. You can see it's anti-clockwise. Yeah. So I'm going to quickly shred this. Wow, wow. Okay. You see that? This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful, amazing. So the next one now I'm going to shred now is the garlic, still using the same cone number 1. Okay. So this is the garlic. I'm not peeling the garlic because the garlic is grown above the soil. Right. Wow. Wow. And this is it. Amazing, right? Okay. So the next one now I'll be shredding now is my onions. I'm changing the cone because I don't want the onions to be in juicy form. I'm going to be using cone number 2, which is the stringler. The cone number 2. Okay. Which gives you this tiny slice cutting. And the onions, I'm going to quickly shred this. Wow. Look at that. So when you are slicing with Salad Master or when you are cutting any fruit and veggies with Salad Master food processor, it's as if 5 to 6 people cutting at the same time. Do you know why? Because this here comes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 different blades cuts, like razor blade, okay, which helps you to cut very fast. So that's this is 5 people cutting at the same time, which fasten your work in the kitchen. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to add this. This is all blended. The ginger and the garlic and the onions all blended, all shredded. So I'm just going to quickly blend this in my blender. Remember, our menu for day 3 is okra soup mixed with any vegetable of your choice with millet swallow. So I'm going to add some clean water for easy blending. Because if I just on my blender that way, it's going to spoil my blender. So I'll be adding some water for easy blending. Now I'm going to blend this in a smooth paste. Okay, so that is that is well blended now, just like the way I like it. I don't want to open it now because I don't want to choke on pepper. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it there until when I'm ready to pour it inside the cookware. Alright, so while that is there, let me quickly cut my mushroom. This is the mushroom we'll be using. Remember, we are not using any animal fats, no beef, no meat, no chicken, no cheese, no fish. So I'll be cutting this one in chunks, in biteable sizes. And one thing I love mushroom because it also has a taste almost like chicken when chicken is not spiced. Almost tasty. I hardly feel that you didn't add chicken or meat inside your food when you cook with mushroom. You can also use this mushroom, put it in your stew, in your beans pottage, in your beans porridge, or in your soups, just like I'm doing right now. Okay. Alright. Okay, so you can see that this is all cut in chunks. Okay, this is the mushroom all cut in chunks. So quickly now I have to now start my cooking immediately. So like I said, I'll be using our Salad Master healthy cooking system called the 4-pot mini brush. I'm not going to be using this for the accessories, so it will be now, maybe much later. So you can see no drop of oil at all. And I'm going to be pouring in the blended pepper, the red, the garlic, the ginger, and the onions in here, inside the 4-pot mini brush. And I'm I'm going to cover it and then. Okay, so that's that. So while that is okay, I have to allow this just to simmer for 2 minutes. But while that red bell pepper, the red scotch bonnet and the ginger and the garlic is simmering there, let me quickly grate our okra with salad master food processor. So I'll be grating this our fresh okra with the aid of salad master food processor. All right. So before I handle the okra again, I have to quickly wash my hand because I've touched 1 or 2 things. Remember, whenever you're cooking, pamper your food. Okay, take care of the recipes. Make sure that you are taking care of everything. Okay, so this is the okra I'll be using. I'll also be using the same cone number 2. I'll be using 2 different cones. I'll be using cone number 2 and cone number 3 because I want my okra very tiny and at the same time a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is the okra. Wow. I love this machine. Look at my okra. Look at that side. I love this. Okay. Okay, so that is that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add my mushroom inside my soup. Wow. Wow. This is very simple to make, very easy. Okay, very easy. So when you're thinking of, oh, I'm cooking plant-based, is it gonna take much time? It's very simple, simple as ABC. Right? So the next thing that I'm going to add now is my mushroom cut in chunks. This mushroom is already washed. Right? So I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to put that in. And the next I'll be adding is my spice, which is locust beans. Okay, locally called iru. I'll be adding these locust beans. And locust beans have a lot of nutritional value, and I'm sure that our nutritionist, that is Sarah, will be showing more. Will be throwing more light on this plant-based recipes that I've used today. So the next thing that I'm going to add inside my soup is my sea salt. This is what I'm going to use for taste, sea salt. Okay. I know iru is preserved with salt and it's kind of salty. So please, when you use locust beans, that is iru, to cook, or whenever I use it to cook, ensure that you put a little salt so that your food will not be too salty. It's better not to be salty than to be over salted. Alright, so I'll be adding just more than a pinch of sea salt inside the food. Okay, that is that. And I love the aroma of the iru, that is the locust beans and the mushroom. I can perceive the ginger, the garlic, the onions, the red scotch bonnet. That is one thing about Salad Master. The one of the things about Salad Master that when you're cooking your food, you can feel the purity, you can perceive everything. Is whatever you put in is what we get out. Cabbage in, cabbage out. Alright. So while that is, I'm going to just allow that to continue simmering for the next 2 minutes. So while that is cooking, I have to quickly, alright, I have to quickly shred cut my spinach. Okay, this is the spinach, this is the vegetable I chose to use. That is spinach. And please, whenever you get your vegetable from the market, ensure you wash before cutting. Don't cut and then wash. Okay, get it from the market, put some salt on it and wash it. After washing and then cut, and don't cut down, don't cut before cooking and just expose it. When your food or your soup is about to done or get ready, then you slice your vegetables and put to avoid oxidation. Oxidation is the effect of light and air. Just like when you get an apple and you take a bite, you leave it for some few minutes. When you come back to that apple, what happens? It turns brown. That is the effect of light and air that have just taken place. Alright. Okay. So once I finish slicing this now, okay, I finish cutting this, and also use the salad master knife, okay, to cut the spinach. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to show you how I got this, my millet, blended millet, and this is the raw millet. And this is the blended one. This is the one we are going to use for swallow, millet swallow, and it's also very healthy. Okay, so quickly back to my soup. Let me get back to my soup. Prepare. All right. So I'm going to be adding the okra, the shredded okra, shredded in Salad Master food processor. I'm going to be adding the okra now. Shredded okra. Like I said, I'm cooking many for three. So these are Salad Master handles, the cookware handles, which are detachable. Wow. This looks so, I love the aroma. Oh my God, I can't wait to taste how this tastes. Just plant-based. Oh, wow. So I'll be adding some water for my oatmeal, for my millet swallow, because a lot of people will ask, or a lot of our clients will ask that how do I make my swallow with Salad Master heavy cooking system? You can make your swallow with any of Salad Master heavy cooking system depending on the quantity. Alright? You can make it akara, semo, oatmeal swallow, millet like I'm doing just now. I'm just going to do. It's all fine depending on what you want to do. And it's going to turn out very lovely. Okay, so I'll be using a very strong blender. I'll be using a very strong blender to blend my millets. Okay, to blend my millets. Please use a very strong blender to blend your millets. So this is the millet. I'm just going to show you how I achieved this. So what I did is that I got my millet and I picked it. I removed the sand and any unwanted stuff in it. So I'm just going to quickly blend this. So you blend until it's well smooth. And I'm sure I'm sure our nutritionist, that is Sarah, will be telling us more on the health benefits of millets, because I know millet is very nutritious. Okay, so I'm done blending my millets. So you can see it's already blended. It's blended. So your millet has to be very dry. Please don't use a wet blender to blend your millets. Okay? And this is the blended one, very smooth. So this is what I'm going to use for the millet swallow. Okay, now back to our soup. I'm sure that our soup is be ready now, because okra is a vegetable. Wow. And this okra was cooked without oil, no MSG, no animal fats, no chicken, no cheese, alright, and no fish. Wow. Wow. This looks amazing. So the next thing that I'm going to be adding now is the spinach. Okay, once I add the spinach, I take it out from the heat. Okay, so that they heal from the ultimate opening. So I'm going to give it a quick stir now. The aroma is so amazing. Amazing. This is our 30 days health restore challenge, day 3. And this is our menu. That is okra soup with any vegetable of your choice. Okay, so now the soup is ready. So we have to turn off the heat. Remember, we don't cook our vegetables for long. Just a minimum of 1-2 minutes is enough. You can see the green color. See why I say salad master protects the purity of the food. Okay, no toxins in there. It's all looking so amazing. Okay, so that's that. So while that is ready, I have to do the swallow, the oatmeal swallow. So like I said, I've already blended this. When you are blending your oatmeal, okay, please make sure that the blender is very dry and the omelette too is very dry, and ensure that you pick your omelette to avoid sand. Sometimes when you get it from the market, you might see crabs or maybe beans, any other crops on it. Please pick it very well. Okay, now the omelette. Oatmeal swallow. My water is ready now. Alright, so I'm going to be pouring it gently. Don't pour at once. You pour in gently, just like the same way you pour your ripe plantain flour or wheat. Okay, and keep on stirring and stirring and stirring. You keep on stirring to dissolve any lumps that is trying to form up. And I know that millet contains a lot of fiber too. Okay, so when you swallow, when you take millets, when you eat millets, you will be hungry for long because of the fiber. It will keep you full. You'll be full. Okay. Wow. So depends on the quantity you are making. Can you see that? Can you see that? And the aroma to it is so nice. Okay. The aroma too. I know too they mix this in pap. Okay. Wow. So I'm just going to allow this to just simmer for 2 minutes and it will be ready. Okay, so we are done with our today's menu. Menu day 3, dish day, millet swallow. Okay, wow. Remember, this soup was cooked with no oil at all, no MSG. And no animal fat. Wow, look at that. This is medicine. This is medicine. Let your food be your medicine. Let that food be that medicine. Wow, this is medicine.